महाभीमां घोरदंष्ट्रां हसन्मुखीं चतुर्भुजां खड्गमुण्डवराभयकरां शिवां मुण्डमालाधरां देवीं लोलजिह्वां दिगम्बराम् एवं सञ्चिन्तयेत् काली श्मशानालयवासिनीम्.
Kali is the first and the foremost Shakti in Dasha Mahavidyas. Time is the primary principle of this Devi. All the living and non-living beings in the universe are bound by the time principle. Both creation and created beings are bound by the three states of time: past, present, and future. Whatever is present today, being the future in the past, and the same in future, becomes past. So, the time principle is never ending, but the beings get resolved in time. It is not only creation, maintenance, and resolution which are the functions of time, but after resolution, the time also takes an important role in creation. Hence, time is the primary principle, and its dimensions are specific and in multitude at different levels. Death is also called Kala or time. Shiva, who brings about resolution, is called Mahakala, and his Shakti is called Mahakali. Whenever the lifespan of a living or non-living being gets over, the Shakti or the energy goes out, resulting in the death of the being. In living beings, the body dies, but Atma or the soul does not die. Atma leaves the worn-out body and enters a new body. Obviously, death is only a transformation. This phenomena of transformation is the principle of Kali, the Mahadevi. Every living being is afraid of death. No sadhana can be accomplished by a person who has the fear of death. If one develops fearlessness towards death, accepts that death is only for the body and not for the Atma, and understands the principle of time, then his sadhana gets accomplished. Hence, Tantra gives prime importance to Mahavidya Kali. We come across the reference of the term Kali in Mundakopanishad.
Om Kali Karali cha Manojava cha Sulohitaya cha Sudhumravarna Phulingini Vishwaruchi cha Devi Lelayamana iti Sapta Jihvaha.
The seven flames of Agni or fire stretched out like a tongue are Kali the black, Karali the violent, Manojava swift as mind, Sulohita the dark red, Dhumravarna the smoky colored, Spulingini like a spark, and Vishwarupi having all forms. Here, the stretched out flames of Agni are called Kali. In reality, even Kali, like the flame of Agni, stretches out her tongue and devours everything within her.
In Puranas, it is said that Gauri, wife of Shiva, takes the form of Mahakali. During the time of resolution, Shiva and Gauri assume the form of Mahakala and Mahakali. Gauri takes the form of Kali to destroy the demons Shumbha, Nishumbha, Chanda, and Munda. Philosophically, these demons are none other than the attachments born in our mind due to the delusion of ego and selfishness. We are afraid of death because of this delusion on the body. This fear obstructs the accomplishment of the sadhana. Kali worship or invoking her helps in removing the fear of death and leads to the path of knowledge. This knowledge alone is the path for deliverance. Kali is terrifying for Agnanis or ignorant people, but for Gnanis, she is gentle and peaceful. In Puranas, she is depicted as a goddess who kills without mercy and is known to swallow with her long protruding tongue. Displaying her canine teeth fiercely, she laughs loudly. When we look into the iconography of Kali, she is portrayed as dancing in the cremation ground, which symbolizes the whole universe. She rests one of her legs on a corpse. She is totally naked with a garland of skulls around the neck and severed human hands tied around her groins. She has third eye on the forehead and a crescent moon adorned on her head. She possesses 4 arms with a sword in one, severed head of a demon in another, and other 2 hands indicating signs of Abhaya, fearlessness, and Varada, bestowing boon. The 4 hands of Kali depict the circle of creation and resolution. Fearlessness and bestowing signs show creation, whereas sword and severed head show resolution. Sword and severed head also depict the destruction of ignorance and removal of delusion resulting in the birth of knowledge, which means knowledge destroys ignorance. The dripping of blood from the severed head depicts the outflow of the Rajoguna and Tamoguna of an individual, and thereby only Sattvika Guna remains in him. The 3 eyes of Kali depict the control over creation, maintenance, and resolution. They represent sun, moon, and fire, and also the past, present, and future phases controlled by her.
It is a known fact that all colors dissolve in black, to indicate that all the living and non-living beings get dissolved in her. Kali is depicted as black in complexion. Her naked body represents truth, and truth can never be covered with ignorance. Truth is devoid of name, form, and character. Truth is not subjected to the effect of Maya, and it reveals only the bright, self-effulgent consciousness. After death, the Panchabhutas existing in a living being get merged in the cremation ground. So, where a human being's delusion, anger, jealousy, and vanity dissolve, Kali is believed to reside in that place. Tantrics consider the whole universe as a huge cremation ground in which Kali dances. Similarly, in the microcosm, all the delusions are burnt in the heart. Hence, Kali is supposed to reside in the heart. Kali depicted as standing on Shiva, who is in lying posture, shows that Shiva is inert, changeless, and Kali is ever-changing Prakriti or nature. The unity of these two brings about all the functions of the universe. This is the ultimate truth. The garland of skulls worn around the neck by Kali represents the Sanskrit alphabet, and she is considered as Shabda Brahman. She is the Omkara. She manifests herself as the primordial sound, and the whole creation begins from this primordial sound. The severed hands tied around the groin of Kali represent the karmas of devotees. She severs the karmas and gives deliverance to her devotees. All these features of Kali indicate that she stands at the door of transformation and brings about the change in a devotee or sadhaka who is yearning for the same. She is believed to take her devotees from one dimension to another. She is the Ishwari or Queen of Transformation and Reformation. It is said that the description of night in Rig Veda is considered as the hymn of Kali.
Om Orvapra Amartyanivato Devyo Udvataha Jyotisha Badhate Tamaha.
The immortal night goddess fills up the entire vast space with darkness. All the small herbs and the tall trees grown on land are also covered with darkness. Then she dispels darkness by the light of celestial stars. The same is used in the worship of Kali. Another Rig mantra describes
Om Varshantu te vibhavari divo abhrasya vidyutaha Rohantu sarva bijanyava brahmadvisho jahi.
O Goddess, please bestow clouds in the sky to shower rains with thunder and lightning. Due to this rain, let all the seeds on the earth germinate and grow into plants. Destroy the people who hate Brahman. Even in the descriptions of Upanishads, one can find the principles similar to Kali. The fourth Prapataka of Chandogya Upanishad mentions Samvarga Vidya.
Om Samvarjanat Sangrahanat Sangrasanat Dva Samvargaha.
Whichever is appropriate totally sucks or devours into itself, absorbs everything inside, is called Samvarga. Upanishad says,
Om Tauva etau dvau samvargau vayureva deveshu pranah praneshu.
Vayu or air among gods and prana or vital energy among living beings or samvargas. Here, Vayu and prana are not just air and vital energy. Vayu is the power of divine consciousness occupying the entire space. Prana is not just the vital energy in a living being. It is the primary and supreme power which gives movement and activity to entire living beings of the creation. Tantra considers the universal power of prana, the vayu or breath of life, as the Mahavidya Kali.
Tantra texts like Tantrasara and Shakta Pramoda describe several forms of goddess Kali. They are Dakshina Kali, Mahakali, Smashana Kali, Guhya Kali, Bhadra Kali, Chamunda Kali, Siddha Kali, Hamsa Kali, and Kamakala Kali. Bhadra Kali and Dakshina Kali are more popular among them. Kali always carries death and destruction on her back. She is foresighted and brings about destruction with accurate reasoning and discretion. Hence, she is called Dakshina Kali. She is the power of gods and goddesses. Creation has to take place after destruction. Since destruction is done for creation, she is called Bhadrakali. Her dark complexion is extrapolated to darkness before dawn. Death due to natural calamities like hurricane, floods, earthquake, and the likes are attributed to the plans made by Kali herself. The primordial sound or bija mantra for Kali is cream. The yantra of Kali, as per Shakta Pramoda, has Bhupura having 3 lines as its first enclosure. The square shape of this enclosure has 4 gates in 4 directions: east, west, north, and south. The 3 lines denote solid, liquid, and gaseous forms. Inside the Bhupura, there is a half visible triangle. This triangle represents the cosmic mother Tripuramba or Jagadambika. Inside this, there is an 8-petaled lotus which represents the entire phenomenal world. The partially visible triangle represents the infinitude of the Divine Mother Jagadambika, partially manifested as Kali. The 8-petaled lotus signifies the Panchabhutas, Akasha, space, Vayu, air, Agni, fire, Jala, water, and Prithvi, earth, along with Manas, mind, Buddhi, intellect, and Aham, ego. Inside the 8-petaled lotus, there are 3 lined circles which symbolize the 3 dimensions of time, past, present, and future, to which the 8 petals of the phenomenal existence contribute their karmas. Inside this, there are 3 triangles which are found one inside the other. These denote Sattva, Rajas, and Tamogunas. These are connected to the 3 dimensions of time. In the center is the Bindu representing the Mahavidya Kali.
It is already mentioned that the vital energy in living beings and air in the universe is extrapolated to Kali. Though breathing is continuous, we are not conscious of our breathing. If we concentrate on breathing at least for some time, and every breath is identified with consciousness, then one can get the grace of Goddess Kali. In other words, when a person identifies the power of prana in microcosm, only then he can understand the supreme power of prana in macrocosm, which is none other than Goddess Kali. When a devotee frees himself from fear, jealousy, hatred, cruelty to others, and also frees himself from delusion and attachments, only then he will succeed in obtaining the grace of Mahavidya Kali. The musical composition that implies the features of Mahavidya Kali is Srinatha Sodarim, composed by Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar. This kriti is in the raga Nabhomani and is set to Rupakatala. Muthuswami Dikshitar, one among the trinity of Carnatic music, was a Jnani, a Srividya Upasaka, and a great composer. He says in this composition, Girija, the sister of Narayana, is herself the form of sun, who is illuminating the entire universe. She is the generous mother of the universe and gives wealth and grains to everyone by moving in a specific path on the divine chariot. Mahamaye, also called Tiraskarini, the sister of Vishnu, takes care of the afflicted and the celestial beings. She is pleased by the music, the Nada Brahma, and recitation of Vedas, the Shabda Brahma. Dikshitar aptly selects this raga to praise Devi, as Nabhomani is another name of the sun.
Srinatha